Hey thrifty friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a real treat for you. I'm creating a few different spring vignettes using mystery box items sent to me from another YouTube friend. So stick around to see what I got, who it's from, and what I came up with. I recorded the original unboxing last month when I received it, so I'll just cut to the raw footage from that first. Alright guys, I'm going to open my box now. Alright, let's see what we have. Whoopee. Look at these cute little sunflower. It says, "Hey girl, I hope I didn't make the challenge too difficult. Can't wait to see what you make." Okay, so it says that the dog towel and the stickers on top are just extra items. And so are these sunflower stickers. But so here are the little sunflower stickers. So those are just extra items. I don't have to use those. As well as this dog towel. But that's super cute. Maybe she knows I have a dog. Oh, and that looks like a basset hound, one of my favorite stories during childhood was these two girl detectives that had a basset hound named Fletcher. Okay, so let's see what goodies we have. I think these are the sticker shears referring to that don't count toward the challenge. So the remainder of the stuff in here I have to use. So let's see. Okay, so we got this cute flower placemat. This little picture says, "Home is where our family gathers." Cute. And this little "Home Sweet Home" plaque. Ooh, a little bunny. Cute. Okay. Ooh. The little carrots. Cute. Oh, I wonder if these. Oh, it's like treat sacks. But they look like little bunnies. That's cute. Look at their ears, the little plaid ears. That's so cute. Okay, and then we got some wood planks and some more wood planks, two different sizes. Ooh, these little wood stencils. Those are so cute. Look, it's butterflies and flowers. I'm definitely, oh, and it's like little, oh, maybe it's not stencils, it's eggs. Cute. And then a little bunny Easter basket. Cute. Alright guys, let's see what we can do here. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right in with the stuffed bunny. I thought that I could take advantage of an additional item from the mystery box by using the placemat to make her a little Easter dress. Now, sewing is not one of my crafting specialties, so this will be a no-sew dress. I was sort of winging it here, but I thought if I just cut out a circle and then a smaller circle for the waist opening, that it would make a skirt. And I was talking with a friend about this, and she said, yeah, that's how people used to make poodle skirts, so I was happy to learn that I was on the right track. I traced one of our kids' plates, and once I cut the circle out, I folded the circle in half and then half again and cut about 1 inch off of the pointed end. That created the waist opening, and then I tried it on the bunny and it fit perfectly, so I was pretty happy with myself. So my goal was to make a little jumper for her, and I just realized that I'm putting a bunny in a jumper and I'm cracking myself up. But anyway, I just needed a little rectangular section for the top, and I was strategic with my cutting and found a piece where the stitched edge of the placemat was still intact. So that would be the top seam of the jumper. I measured that her body was 3 inches wide, so I cut a piece that was 4 inches wide and then used hot glue to form seams along each side. I glued the top piece directly to her body and then pulled the skirt back on over it. Now I just needed to create a waistband and straps, and I had originally planned to use the pink fabric from the back of the placemat, but decided that ribbon would be easier, and I found this cute green and white checked ribbon from Dollar Tree in my stash. I first made the shoulder straps. If I had a do-over on this, I would have glued down the straps before gluing the front piece, because I had to peel back part of the glued fabric for this part, and that was a little tough. I had the straps cross in the back and glued them under the skirt, then turned her around and glued little green buttons on the front where the straps met the fabric. Next, I glued another piece of ribbon around the waist and tied it in the back. And I didn't catch this on camera, but I also made a little green bow for her head with the same ribbon, and she was all ready for her garden party. I'm gonna save the reveal for the end and just hop right into the next project. Did you see how I did that? Hop right in, because she's a bunny. Okay, anyway, so I decided to make a little vignette for our bunny using 4 more of my mystery items, starting with a picket fence planter box, and I used the square wood planks for the bottom of the box and the longer wood planks for the sides. It worked out perfectly that the length of 2 of the side planks was equal to 3 of the square ones, and I had my very helpful husband cut 2 of the side planks to the width of the bottom planks. I used hot glue to attach the pieces and used cuts from some jumbo craft sticks to reinforce the areas where the 2 boards connected. Like I mentioned, I wanted to make this look like a picket fence, so I used jumbo craft sticks from Walmart and used my old-fashioned paper cutter I saved from my mother's estate to cut the sticks to about 5.5 inches long. Now, I'm a little particular and I like things to look even, so I made a template for the point of the pickets and used that to make each of the points the same, all 30 of them. Then it was time to attach the picket pieces to the box. I lost the footage for the first side, so you can see it there at the back. And embracing my particularness, I found it most precise to glue down the center piece first and then one of the ends. And once those were glued down, I lined up the additional sticks in between to space them evenly. It worked out so that there were 11 pickets across the front, which were all about 1/4 inch apart, and then there were 4 pickets on each side. This mystery box challenge is hosted by Tammy from Happiness Created. I'll have a link to her channel as well as the playlist for the challenge in the description box below, so be sure to check out her channel and then hop on over to the playlist to see what everyone comes up with. The theme for the challenge is spring and or Easter, so I'm sure there'll be some great inspiration for your spring crafting. I also want to give a shout out to my girl Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun. She's the person that sent me these items, and I hear that she went easy on me. I heard there were a few tricky items that some people received, so I'm excited to make my way through the playlist to see how everyone fared. Amanda told me that she received baby rattles and wooden utensils. I'll put a link to her channel in the description box as well, so you'll have to check out what she did with them. I just used regular old white acrylic craft paint to paint the box, and then here I'm using a dry brush and the elephant color by Waverly to give my fence an aged look. Then I used a black ink pen to make it look like nail holes along the fence. I did 1 row at the top and 1 row at the bottom and used a ruler to make sure that they were all in line. Now, you may remember that when I first opened the box, I thought that the egg cutouts were stencils. So next I decided to use them as a stencil to add colorful flowers to my fence. I used colored pencils and tried to use different combinations of colors for each flower. I used a bunch of different florals, all from Dollar Tree, to have just a really colorful spring mix. I wanted to make it look almost like wildflowers. So again, I'll save the reveal until after my next project, which will complete this little vignette. I needed to use the carrots from my must-used items, so I thought I'd make her a little wheelbarrow to hold them. I used some of the cuts from the wood planks that had to be trimmed for the planter box project, and I was able to build a shallow box, and I connected it all with hot glue. I stained it with Waverly antique wax applied with a baby wipe. I also stained 2 small wooden dowels to use for the handles of the wheelbarrow. I used a pepper shaker to trace some little wheels onto some cardboard and painted those with black acrylic craft paint. And finally, I created little legs by stacking 2 Dollar Tree beads on top of each other. These were some from my craft stash, and I had already painted those black. I assembled the cart by attaching everything with hot glue. I filled it with a little moss in the bottom and then added the carrots. And I didn't glue anything down because I was thinking it could be used for other holidays, maybe with some mini pumpkins around Halloween or some apples or even lemons during other parts of the year. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love how this turned out. I don't know, she might be a little fancy for gardening, but her little jumper turned out better than I even imagined. And I love the picket fence planter. I didn't add the flower stencils to the other side of it, so it could easily be turned around for other holidays. And the planter flowers could be switched out too. Well, I just love this next project too. I started with the little bunny treat bags, and I trimmed off the bottom seam and removed the ears. Then I had this little votive holder from the Dollar Tree that fit perfectly down inside the bag. It felt like it was meant to be, but I think small condiment jars might fit too. I used my glue gun to attach the fabric to the bottom of the jar around the edge and then folded the top down inside the cup. Now for the ears. I cut along the bottom so that there was an opening between the front and back fabrics, and then I bent floral wire in a loop and slid it inside so that it was around the edge of the ear on the inside. I twisted the wire around itself at the bottom and then added some glue and pinched the fabric around it. I trimmed off the excess wire and repeated these steps with the second ear. Then I glued the ears to the inside of the jar at the back, and now because of the wire they will stand up straight, or you can even bend them over or crinkle them like I've done here. And here it is on my counter. Isn't she so cute? I just added a little lavender pick from Walmart, but these could also be used for little treat containers. I think I'm going to make a second one and put them on my bathroom windowsill. So moving on to my next project, I'm just doing a quick makeover to the little wooden house. I somehow lost the footage when I did a quick coat of black acrylic paint, but I usually do that on anything that has a design on it because contrasting colors always show through, even thicker chalk paint. Then you see me here painting it with the white color by Waverly. I thought this house would pair well with the little picture that says home is where our family gathers, and that was cute as is, so I'm making this a companion piece. And since the picture already had a saying on it, I thought I would just do a quick monogram of an H for our family's last name. I don't trust myself freehanding directly onto a project, so I quickly made a letter on a separate piece, and then once I was happy with it, I used my Arteza carbon paper to trace it onto the project. I originally used a pink metallic paint pen from Dollar Tree, but you'll see me later cover it with gold, which I liked a lot better. So I like when there are 3D elements to sign projects, so I decided to add some pink flowers along the bottom. And then I added some moss at the bottom to cover all of the glue spots. And while I'm working, I'll mention that I sent a mystery box to Dee from Designer's Loft. I'll add her link to the description box as well, so be sure to head over to her channel to see what she came up with. And here they are on my counter. I just added some simple stems to the picture, but I like how the pink flowers on the house tie in with the pink in the picture and the H for our family name and the family quote. I just think it all just works out well. Now for my last project, I have the bigger bunny basket. Whoa, that's a lot of bees. Say that 5 times fast. Anyway, I thought she was pretty cute as is too, so I decided to just turn her into a planter as well. And I didn't want to be too repetitive, but I just love planters of all sizes, especially made out of unconventional items. I added a towel to the bottom so that it wouldn't fall in on itself, and I figured out that this little wreath I made previously fit perfectly around the inside rim and looked a lot like a little plant starting to grow, and this is spring after all. So I stuck some greens from Dollar Tree down in the center and then added some blue florals and some pink florals, and you'll see later that I removed the blue florals and added in some more of the pink ones, which I liked better. And here it is on my table. I just love how this turned out, and it's a great way to use a basket in a different way than just the traditional eggs and candy. Thanks for joining me today. If you liked what you saw, I hope that you'll give me a big thumbs up, and be sure to stop by the comment section and let me know which project you liked the best. And if you found me from the Mystery Box Challenge playlist, I'd love for you to stick around and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be reminded anytime I post a new video. Happy crafting, y'all, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!